I want a detailed forecast for not just this weekend, Jace, but looking ahead to Friday too.
That's what he's really worried about.
We're going to be out at Progressive Field, and I want to know, is just a sweatshirt going to be enough? What am I going to need to wear out there for opening day next Friday?
Yeah, I'm not going to kind of phone it in. I think we'll decently have a nice breeze for next Friday for opening day. For the start of the game, we're expecting upper 40s, and I think by the finish, we could likely have some 50s out there across the area. So it's going to be a perfectly spring-like day for the spring opener for our Guardians in 2023. I don't think composting, I don't think planting or anything is going to have an issue with all the rain we've been getting. The soil has certainly gotten its fair share of moisture at this point in the season as we look ahead here. We also have another day, another Friday, in fact, of unsettled weather for Northeast Ohio. We have to go back weeks in the past of having a dry and sunny and even a comfortable Friday so far in 2023. This afternoon into the evening is going to be no different. Widening out the shot, you can see exactly what we're going to be dealing with here. We have mild temperatures out of the leading edge of another frontal boundary that's going to be arriving into the region. Behind it, much colder and also much drier air. This is why Saturday is going to be a high wind impactful type of day for us here. So as the low passes, it's still back over towards the central plains. Now, if I erode away some of these the color contours on here, you can see this line right here. In fact, there's a secondary line forming back here. They don't look terrible. Now let's show you what some of the alerts and advisories look like here. We got wind alerts out ahead of this frontal boundary. We have winter alerts up towards the north with all that cold air and still a lot of precipitation there. In fact, we got blizzard warnings now in effect. We have strong storms and even widespread severe activity happening here. Tornado warnings in effect, severe thunderstorm warnings in effect, flood warnings in effect, even more wind alerts and even strong storm impacts in effect right now for the Central Plains, even stretching down towards Texas. So this is what it looks like here in terms of our severe weather outlook. We have two areas that we're watching here. Because this storm system has such a tight level of circulation, we're going to have a couple areas that lead towards really high impactful storms, and some of which could be some long track, strong tornadoes, okay? Even stronger than, even an EF1, EF0. This could likely be at least for EF2, EF3 threshold. 70s out of leading ahead of this front. Behind it, 20s, 30s, and even some wind chills back into the upper teens and low 20s as far as the northern plains is concerned. Because we have such a difference in terms of air masses here, we're going to exceed gusts of 30 miles per hour in several areas. Waking up on Saturday morning, we're going to hang out there for the first half of the day. Even some areas and models are showing we're going to get past 40 mile per hour gusts. Some models even forecasting we could be exceeding 50 mile per hour gusts. So a similar situation is on alert for Northeast Ohio for Saturday. We get out of that area of scare, I like to call it, with some of these high wind alerts for Saturday night into early Sunday. But that comes at a cost as well because we're likely going to have colder temperatures, upper 20s expected by Sunday morning. Because this frontal boundary is having the highest impact for you today, our level of threat for tomorrow is going to be limited. So we're not going to have widespread severe thunderstorm tomorrow, but some of them could be on that 1 to 2 low end threshold out of 5 for the Storm Prediction Center. So here's our National Zymark forecast. 50s continue overnight tonight, even bedtime, mid to upper 50s. This could also be some activity that has a little bit of sound to it as well, with some rumbles late into the evening. Overnight tonight, this is what we're expecting here. Upper 50s expected. This line of thunderstorms could certainly be waking you up in the early morning hours. We're still going to be in the 50s with a dry spot expected by Saturday morning. Once the frontal boundary passes, boom, look at temperatures fall. Early afternoon, 30s giving way to 20s by the time we get to bedtime, even the feels like temperatures for bedtime Saturday night. Models are picking up on a little bit of wintry precipitation. This is mainly going to be lake effect given that northerly wind that arrives Saturday night into Sunday. 20s widespread, scattered lake effect snow possible with maybe some flurries mixed in for early Sunday, but I think all in all high pressure is already going to be back in control and we're going to have a lot of sunshine expected for Sunday. Here's our Union Home Mortgage 7A outlook as you're looking ahead here. The weekend, yes, we already got that unfolding here. By Sunday, high pressure in control, mild and sunny, low 60s. Rain chances possible late Monday into Tuesday. We warm things up again with isolated showers on Tuesday. Showers and storms likely by Wednesday, touching on mid to low 70s for some areas if the frontal boundary moves farther north, but in its wake, cold front arrives, stable for Thursday and Friday. Guardians back into the mid to low 50s for opening day.
I asked Jay if he was okay with the 53, and he's thinking about it, as you can see. Are we okay with it?
accept
Don't ponder
it.
too hard now. It could
Well,
change.
Accepted.
I don't see rain clouds, and I don't see weather in the 30s, so I can do that.
We can do that.
We'll take that.
Jason, thank you. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you. You too.